Hey, what's up? I'm Mooka Chanel, and you're tuned into the Shine Season podcast. On this episode, The Posh Life and I get into all things LA and all the segments that you love. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. What's up, y'all? I'm your host, Mooka Chanel, and I have the pleasure of having content creator, The Posh Life, aka as a Black girl in LA. How you doing today, girl?
I'm good. I'm great.
I love that for you.
I'm feeling great.
Period. It was just homecoming season.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Let's get into it. We got a Howard alum in the house.
Oh.
What was homecoming giving? Because I'm mad. I missed mine.
Where'd you go?
Well, where'd you go? That was... Well, I started a new job.
Okay.
And you know how that be when you can't like finesse the days off.
You can't get out.
So it's like, I had to pick one.
Okay. No, where'd you go to school?
I went to Clark Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I'm from Atlanta.
Period. I knew.
Yes.
I knew because when I got your number,
Atlanta.
I'm like, okay, the area code. Learn something every day.
Okay, yes. Howard was great. It's always great. I would say our Yard Fest this time around was not as like lit as it usually is. But honestly, this was the first time we've been back since the pandemic. So just seeing everybody, it was so much love. Like, I hadn't been around something that Black in a long time. Like, that black. I was like, dang.
I know you got your fix.
Yeah, like, I was like, this is Black. Like, and I haven't felt that in so long. So it was just really nice to go back and like feel that experience. Because DC is a very Black city. So being like, I don't think I saw anything but Black people for like the whole time I was there. Yeah. So that it's so funny because I always say when I moved to LA, it was such a culture shock for me because it wasn't super Black like all the other cities. Atlanta's Black as hell. DC is very Black. So going back to that was like, dang, like this is another culture shock. Like I'm not used to this anymore. But I had a great time. I had a great time. Saw my friends, live my best life.
When did you graduate?
2019.
Okay, so right before the pandemic.
Yeah, literally graduated, moved to LA soon as I graduated, and then stayed here and loved it. Okay, lived my best life. Yeah.
Well, homecoming gave what it was supposed to give.
It did.
So what, this was your second one?
This was technically, yeah. Yeah, because I went to the one in 2019. That was before the pandemic hit. And then this was the first one since.
Yeah. So it hit different.
It hit different. Because
it was really like a break.
Seeing everybody.
I'm jealous of everybody who got to go to homecoming.
Yeah. It was fun.
Like I was on Instagram like mad as hell. Just like, I tried to like make myself feel better. Like my homecoming weekend, I ended up going to Taste the Soul to like at least feel something. Like
Taste the Soul is nice.
Me and my homegirls called it Taste the Tailgate.
Taste the Soul is definitely nice.
Girl.
A good time.
Girl. But let's get into your story. How did you like start creating content?
So literally, it was so random. It was never my idea to be a content creator. Like that was never the goal, the plan, nothing. So really what happened was 2020, what are we, 2022? 2022 to me was the first year I felt like things are really back open after the pandemic. And so I told myself, like, I want to explore LA. Like, I live in this city. Because 2021, yes, things were open kind of here and there. Yeah. But also, too, my friends and I were just traveling a lot. Like, we were going a lot of different places because everybody was turning 25. So I was on a lot of trips. So I told myself, I want to explore LA. Like, 2022, I'm staying in LA. I'm exploring LA. I'm going to see what it has to offer. The first TikTok was me at Catch LA. And I literally just went with some friends that were in town. And it was so pretty in there. And I was like, this is just so pretty. Somebody has to see this. And so I just recorded it. And I started recording. And I don't know what even made As a Black Girl in LA come to my head. Like, literally none of this was planned. Nothing was like set in stone. And I was just like, I'm a Black girl in LA. Like, let me say that. And that's the first video I ever made was at Catch LA. Yes. And ever since then, it blew up. Yeah. And then my second video ever, that's actually what got me like a lot of followers at first because people were mad in the comments because it was a place, I'm not going to say the name of the place because I don't want people to go there, but it was a place that was drugging people. And so I didn't know that. So I'm posting them like, what? Yes. I'm posting them like, oh, it's lit. Y'all need to go here. People drag me in the comments. Girl, delete this. They be drugging people here. Why would you even put this up? Oh my gosh. But that brought a lot of attention to the page. Yeah. And since then, once I started doing Black-owned businesses, it just shot up because I realized there was a need. Like I said, I'm from super Black cities. Like, my mom is from Detroit, my dad is from DC, I'm from Atlanta. So those are 3 of the Blackest cities in America. And so coming here, it was such a, and LA is very Black too, don't get me wrong. But coming here, it was such a culture shock. I was like, I need to find the places that we're at where we feel comfortable. Like, I was going to bars and stuff, like, what are they playing? Like, what's going on here? Like,
girl, talk about it.
Literally, why am I listening to this? So I was like, there's a need. Let me see if I can fill it. Because I know there were so many people who come out here. And I'm so blessed because I had a Howard network. So I had friends. Like, when I came out here, I had friends. That was never a problem for me. But I know so many people move out here and don't have that support system, don't have that circle already built in. So I was like, let me build something where people can see themselves, go to places, we can support our businesses, we can have a good time, we can go out, we can turn up. And these are places that we see ourselves in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. I love that it was like an organic theme. Because it's like such a little phrase. Like, I remember the first time I saw your content, like, because your voice is so cute. Like, when the videos pop up, it's like, as a Black girl in LA. And it's like, it makes you want to watch. Because, okay, what's she talking about? Like, and I go on TikTok a lot to, like, find, like, new shit. Like, what's tea? Like, what is there to do? Like, what's the new restaurants? Where am I supposed to eat? All of that. So, like, your content was definitely one of the first, like, TikToks that I saw, like, highlighting, like, you know, LA nightlife from that perspective, which I really appreciated. Because, like, as being a native sometimes, like, my experience, because it's so diverse here, and that's all I've ever known, like, I just knew what I knew. Like, I know the bars that I know the circles that I know, and I never really, like, branched out of that, you know? But that's what I do enjoy about having friends who are, like, not necessarily from here. Because I feel like you guys really be knowing, like, the plots, where to go. Like, I'm going to my auntie house. Like, they finna have a kickback. Like, you know, like, so when I go with my friends who are, like, not from here, like, I be getting put onto stuff. Like, I never even knew we had all this. Like,
and I think it's important, too. Like, people don't realize being a kid in the city and then being an adult in the city is 2 different experiences.
Absolutely.
So, like, being a kid in Atlanta, I had a great time. I had a ball, skating rings, parties, all of that. But if you were to ask me right now where to go out in Atlanta, I could not tell you because I was a child there. I wasn't, 21. I wasn't, I went to college in DC, so I knew the DC nightlife, but I never really grew to know Atlanta nightlife. So I could easily see how that's the same thing in LA. Like, you're from here, so you go to the same things you used to go to.
Same thing.
Yeah, you don't know. Like,
I ain't gonna say them on camera, but the same things.
No, I could definitely see that.
So what motivated you to, like, move to LA?
So I actually, it's so funny because I had a scholarship to Loyola Marymount. Oh, so like me and my mom, we came out here. Me, my mom, and my dad actually came out here and visited. I was looking at like Pepper. I really wanted to be in LA for some reason. I don't know what it was when I was in high school. I was just obsessed with LA. And so I came out here, looked at schools, and I looked at Pepperdine. I looked at UCLA. I looked at Cal State Long Beach. I looked at Loyola Marymount. Like, I was really planning.
You was really researching.
Yeah, like I was really planning.
You were meant to be a Black girl in LA.
I was really planning to move here. Like, that was my plan. That was my goal. So it was between Loyola Marymount and Howard. Loyola Marymount gave me way more money. I got a full tuition scholarship from Howard. Loyola Marymount gave me everything, like room and board, tuition, student housing, student work, everything. So I really was like, dang, like, how do I pick? And then I visited Howard's campus, and I was like, I have to go here. Like, it feels right here. So I told myself, since I didn't take that opportunity when I had it, I have to move to LA when I graduate. That's what I told myself. If you're not going to go to college in LA, once you graduate, you have to be there. And so I got a job. I'm actually in tech. So I was in tech consulting at first when I first moved out here. And they just asked me, where you want to go? And I was like, LA. Easily. I have no other question.
That's too hard.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, you manifested this lifestyle.
Yes, and it's so crazy because I'm one of those girls who searches my old tweets because I've been tweeting since I was in like high school.
Girl, I hate that for me because it's like certain stuff that I find, it's like, why would you say that?
Why would you say that? That's why we have a sympathy for people who get canceled sometimes. I'm like, if you were 15 when you said this and you're 25 now, like, come on.
I can't delete my Facebook. I have like some terrible stuff on there.
But yes, so I literally look at my old tweets and it'll be in 2015. I'll say stuff like, I'm gonna be in LA when I graduate college, or like, literally when I was in high school, I'm gonna live in LA. And so it's so cool to see it come into fruition and like actually be here, living here, having a ball, having a great time. I love LA. I'm never leaving.
Do you ever get homesick though? Like, you ever miss your family? Because I personally love Atlanta. Like, I feel like I developed like a love for that place that feels like home to me, or like a second home. And sometimes like I be missing it. Like, damn, want to go back.
I do get homesick, but mainly I get like more so family sick. So it's more so like if my people moved out here, I would never have to go back to the East Coast a day in my life. Like I more so get family sick than I do homesick. Because Atlanta's fun, don't get me wrong, but after living in LA, I really think the only other city I could do is New York or be abroad. Yeah. But everything else is so slow to me. Like after living here, and DC is pretty fun too, but I wouldn't want to live there again. Yeah. But yeah, it's just
Period. LA. You love it here.
Yeah, I love it here. I love it here.
I love that because some people don't love it here. Like some people move here and have like a terrible experience, but I know that that's a real thing because I experienced like moving somewhere new, not knowing nobody, you know, just kind of like taking that risk. Yeah. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just see what it feels like. Yeah. And I know some people don't have like those experiences. Like some people, like I love that you found your pocket, like of the Black LA and really took that time to like investigate and find us because it's like people give up so easily. It's like they ain't got no good soul food. They ain't got no this, no that. I want to go home, and it's like you didn't even give it a try.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is like I think people have destination happiness, and so they'll come and they'll be like, oh, like, when I move to LA, my music gonna take off, or my acting gonna take off, or my dancing gonna take off, and I'm gonna be this and doing this and moving this way. And it's like, if you're not happy where you are, you're not gonna be happy where you move.
Nowhere.
Like, if you
That's true.
like if you're not happy with what you're doing where you are in that moment, moving to a new city, especially a city that's big like LA, where everybody's chasing a dream, everybody's trying to get to it, you're not going to have a good experience. Yeah. And so I think like people come with this warped sense of reality. Like they're about to just walk down the street and make it. And it's like, no, you have to come out. It's people who've been here for years.
Yeah. And still paying their dues.
And still paying their dues and still, you know, doing side jobs and side hustles and stuff like that. So I'm like, give it time. Like you said, give it time. And also too, I think another thing is so many people are in the industry. And that's one thing, like, I'm not. So it's like, for me, it doesn't, I don't know, like a lot of my friends are in the industry too. And for me, whenever I'm at the industry events and stuff, it's not that pressure because I'm not trying to be, you know, famous. I'm not trying to do that. So it's
just
like,
outside, having a good time.
I'm just there for the free drinks and the free food, okay? Like, so I think that's another thing too, is that when you get in those circles, like you have to have, yes, of course you need to network and do what you need to do, but you also have to find people who really speak to who you are, like who your values are. Yeah. And that's really why I try to make the page too. Like I want people to be able to find those people, like find your tribe, find your people. Yeah. Because I was so lucky personally to come out here with Howard people because all my friends out here for the most part went to Howard. Like I have a few friends who didn't go there, but for the most part, all of my friends went to Howard. So I had a really strong circle and support system when I came out here. But I know a lot of people don't have that. Yeah. And so that's why I made the page. Hopefully, you know, that's what like it evolved into was once I saw people really being like, dang, I didn't even know this was here. Dang, I didn't know this event happened. And I didn't know this thing and this thing. I'm like, oh yeah, let me keep doing this. Like, let me keep showing you it's stuff where you can find the people you're looking for.
Yeah. I was thinking like as you were talking, just about like this whole concept of like, you know, the industry out here and everybody's got a dream and like with you yourself, you kind of like stumbled into like what a lot of people here are like striving for, like having a following and like being an influencer. Do you ever encounter people where it's like you feel like they only want to be around you like for that stuff or like for the perks and like how do you like handle that? Because for me, like I try to keep like genuine people around me. Like I don't care if you got 2 followers. Like if you know if the vibes are authentic, like that's what we going with. But I know it's a thing out here where it's like people are like that's such a search. Like, we gotta connect. We got it. It's like, do you really? Or like, is it just because the vibes?
Yeah, I'll say one thing about me. I think I'm a really good judge of character. My mom, growing up, always let me make my own decisions about my friends, the people around me. She would never like, unless she felt like I was in danger, she would never be like, that person not your friend. She would let me figure that out on my own. And so I appreciate that so much now because I think, like, I always tell people, I have a friend for everything. And I have a friend who I am vulnerable with and I call to cry. And I have a friend if I just want to go grab a drink real quick and go hang out. Hey, girl, let's go grab a drink, have fun, and go home. Yeah. So I think it's about, like, what levels you place people on. And I definitely think people, you know, have ulterior motives. But I really try to be as nice as possible to people in person. Because I think if somebody, like, takes the time to follow you and, like, you know, support your content, support what you're doing. Whatever they want, that's their business. Like, that's what they're going to do. Yeah. I just try to be nice. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, try to be as nice as possible. Try to say what's up. Try not to be rude or nasty. Because that's another thing. Like, some of these influencers, girl.
Terrible attitude.
And I'd be like, it's not even that serious. Like, it's TikTok. Like, that's really... Like, let's really calm down.
It's an app.
It's an app.
Don't forget that.
You don't have to be mean to people.
Yeah.
Like, I've definitely seen people kind of just be real nasty, and I don't like that. I think it's so easy to be nice for that 3-minute interaction when somebody's talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, somebody takes the time to support you, support your content. Like, hey, what's up? It's so easy to just be like, hey, how are you? Like, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting, and just keep it pushing. It don't gotta be, like people, look, LA, listen.
That's one thing I can say. Like, when I met you, you were nice.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you actually had good vibes. Because I was like, what's up? I was like, oh, that's the black girl. Like, I was excited. I was like, oh, shit. And it's like, you actually had, like, genuine nice vibes, which is, like, I appreciate that.
And I really, and thank you so much. Like, I really try to, because like I said, it's an app, bro. Like, it's literally like, my page got deleted one time. I was distraught, but I'm like, damn, it's really just an app. Like, what can I do? So yeah, so I definitely think people have ulterior motives though. Like, to answer your question for sure. Like, I'll have people hit me up, be like, hey, I'm in LA this weekend, and I'm like, okay, have fun. Like, or like, hey girl, next time you need a +1, like, let me know. And I'm just like, bro, like, why would you think I want to take my friend, like, or my man, or
somebody
like,
but you?
Yeah,
I don't even know you.
So yeah. But you can always, I think that's anything. Like, anything you do and you're good at it, people are gonna be like, that person is good at that thing. Let me see if I can get what I need to get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's hard because I feel like I kind of experienced that too. Like, people like seeing like, oh, like she kind of got something going or whatever. Like, and then it's
you
like.
You do have something going. This is fire. You don't kind of. You do.
Thank you. But it's just like, for me, I'm in this space of like really learning, like, I guess like how to protect my energy. Like, I had a talk with my really good friend, my homegirl, you know who you are. And she just broke it down to me. Like, I have to be really like protective of like this space that I have, because it's like, it's beneficial to be in my space, number one. And that attracts like a lot of different energies and a lot of different people with a lot of different like motives in their mind. So it's like, to avoid all of that, we just got to be selective.
Yeah. And I had to learn that, because I used to like answer every DM, answer everything, like always respond to people. And I had to learn, like, I used to like be so upset when people would say stuff in my comments. Like, I wouldn't say nothing because I try to be Beyonce, but cause I love Beyonce. I'm part of the high. Look, I'm part of the high. So, I try to be Beyonce to everything, but it did used to really get to me. I'm like, dang, like, I'm posting this cool place and y'all tell me it's nasty. Like, my feelings are hurt.
I'm trying.
Right? Or like, people would DM me and I would respond to everything. And I had to realize, like, I don't have the energy for that. Like, some things I just can't respond to. Some, like, especially like even this past weekend, like at Howard Homecoming, people hit me up, when you gonna post this video? Where your video at? Where your video at? And I'm like, I had to really be like, you're here present in a moment with your friends, people you care about. You can leave that, set that boundary. Yeah. And so it's definitely important to set boundaries for yourself. And I'm also a very spiritual person. So definitely think like boundaries spiritually is very important, because some people are really energy suckers. Like, they come to feed on your energy, and that's it. And that's all it is. And I try to be as like helpful and, like I said, humble as I can be, but sometimes I can't do everything. And I think like the biggest like self-care mental health tip I always tell people is like, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't have it in you to give to somebody else, you're literally giving them what you don't have, which means you're going to be depleted for the stuff that you need to be full for.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, girl, protect your energy.
I love that you said that. You broke it down. You broke it down. One thing I wanted to ask you was like, how do you select like which events to go to, or now that this has somewhat become like, I don't know if it's a job for you yet, but like, somewhat of a responsibility, I would say. Like, how, like, are there ever weekends where it's like, I don't even feel like going out, but I got this contract. So like, how do you manage yourself in that?
Girl, 100%. But what I've been trying to do lately is really say no if I know I don't feel like it. And not to, I always tell them, like, if you have something else going on, like, let me know for sure. I can pull up. But if it's something I know I just don't have the energy for, I'll be like, hey, I can't make it. Or, hey, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. How do I pick the events? Really, now, it just depends. Like, sometimes I'll have a contract to go. Sometimes it's just something me and my friends want to go to. And I show up. Sometimes people hit me up to come to stuff. But lately, I've been doing less parties because this summer, I think I burnt myself out. I was at every single party you could think of. I was tired. I'm so tired. So I told myself, like, fall, I'm going to kind of like revamp my content and do more like restaurants and bar reviews and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I typically I'll say, like, I always put Black women first. Yeah. I always put Black women first. Yeah. Like, honestly, my like order how I do it, and I should not tell people this, but it's usually like HBCU black women are at the top. So if it's like an HBCU thing or somebody who went to an HBCU, they're hosting, they're throwing it, it's their thing, I'll definitely go to that because I strongly support HBCUs. Black women, I always try to go to anything they do. Then black people, of course. And then after that, it's a free grabs. Yeah. And I always try to support minority-owned businesses, too. Because there's a lot of Hispanic-owned businesses that reach out, and they be real cool. They be real cool. They always show me a lot of love, so I do that, too.
Yeah. I feel like the LA, like, lifestyles, like, Hispanics and blacks, like, we go together.
Yes. And like I said, like, I went to a food market, Avenue 26 on Imperial. They do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sweetest people ever. Yeah. Like, the owners were so nice. Like, they would just give me so much food, so much stuff.
Yes.
She was so sweet. So I'm like, yeah. So stuff like that I always try to do. And I always really try to do, like, small-owned businesses. Ones I know that can't afford the big marketing dollars.
Yes.
Because it's like, I know they don't got the money for that. Yeah. Like, so I always try to do that as well.
I love that. Yeah. Like, you're a woman for the people.
Yeah, girl. I'm tired. Look, for the people for sure.
So you already know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into, like, your top 5 LA bars.
Okay. I thought about this. So, for a good Friday night, Ace Hotel, rooftop. DJ Briggs does it every Friday for the most part. Goes up. Good music, good vibes, black people, just a good time. Okay. So Ace Hotel on Friday nights.
The rooftop downtown.
Yeah.
Okay,
the rooftop downtown. Good time. One of my favorites for like the food and drinks is Third Base in Hollywood.
I love Third Base.
Girl, I love Third Base.
Yes.
If y'all go to Third Base, get the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are bomb. Okay. The Margarita Tower, bomb.
Top bomb.
Yes, bomb. So I love Third Base. The Dime on Mondays, DJ Artistic. Such a good vibe.
That's like the best DJ in LA.
Yes, such a good vibe. DJ Artistic, The Dime on Mondays.
Or one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best for sure. Love his sets always. Yeah. But it's such a good vibe. It's small in there. Don't get me wrong. You're going to be sweating. But it's a good time. It's a good time. Yes. And it's so random because you'll see like that's one of those spots that like celebrities will like randomly pop into. Like literally, like I saw Tony Rock there one time. Like randomly.
That's
like,
different.
Yeah, like very random, just chilling in the vibe in the mix. So that one's a good one. That's 3 of them. Which other ones did I have? Fin and Feathers and Marina Del Rey.
Girl, let's get into it because we can really keep key about this.
I love Fin and Feathers.
Because you said you didn't experience like your adulthood in Atlanta, but
but they have them there.
But for me, like as someone who like went to Clark Atlanta and like lived the Atlanta lifestyle, like I never went to the LA Fin and Feathers because it's like it's going to take my reality or my experience that I know. So it's like I let y'all have that because like I know what the Atlanta would gives, and it's just like I know like our nightlife versus like Southern nightlife is totally different, and I just didn't even want to like take that for me. You know, not that I didn't support it, but it's just like, and then I know how my city is because you know throughout the summer it started getting ghetto.
It did, got a little good, but it's okay. They good.
Yeah,
and it's just such a good time. Like Sunday night at Fin and Feathers, goes up.
Period. And I'm glad that we have one.
Yeah, I will say that's the closest thing because like that reminds me of like a Houston or an Atlanta night spot. Yeah. Like that's the closest because I feel like LA doesn't have a lot of like lounge vibes. Like, you know, Atlanta, Houston have like hookah. You sit down, you're drinking, you're talking, you're good music. Yeah, lots of hookah. So Fin and Feathers definitely gives you that vibe. So I love them. And what's my last one? What was I gonna say? What is another? And Fin and Feathers have those $5 drinks. And I'm a girl for the people. I like to turn up. So always a good time. And I'm trying to think of one more bar. That I always have a good time at. I always like Mama Shelter for the view.
Mama Shelter is cute.
Yeah, it's a cute, fun girls' night. About to go out, about to have a good time. Oh, and also too, EP and LP for the view as well. Because I'm a big view person. That's why I love LA too. So like seeing the hills, just looking out at everything. Yeah. If we're just going strictly for the view, EP and LP or Mama Shelter.
Yes. Those are 2 good ones.
Yeah.
You put some people on, you know? Because the first 2 I never heard of.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, you gotta go.
So I'm a
you gotta go.
Walk through. I'm gonna show my little face.
Okay.
You know? Okay, let's get into your top 5 food places.
Ooh.
It could be high end or low end.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very much low-end girl. I like high-end food, don't get me wrong, but I'm a comfort food person. So I love, like, if I'm going out and I really want some good food, like, I like comfort food. Annie's So Delicious, one of my favorites. It's not black-owned, but it's a bomb. And I love breakfast. So the Serving Spoon in Inglewood, great breakfast. Look, great breakfast. Court Cafe over there, like, Ladera area, really good breakfast.
Yes.
I'm gonna say one more breakfast because I used to live on 39th and Normandy. So Jack's Family Kitchen over there, really good food. Grilled Fresh, right by Nipsey's old store.
Yes. I like the egg rolls.
Yes, the egg rolls. I love the garlic noodles. I get, because I'm pescatarian too, so I do a lot of well, I only do pescatarian food. So Grilled Fresh, and I'm trying to think of anything else that I love. What's another food place that I just love? Oh, actually, I'll do a dessert place. Sweet Red Peach across from the stadium.
That German chocolate cake has a special place in my heart.
Now that people say they don't find no Southern, I say go to Sweet Red Peach. You want some Southern dessert, some sweet, good tasting, amazing desserts? Go to Sweet Red Peach.
Yes,
so good. Literally amazing. So those are mine. I'm a big breakfast girl though.
You put them on to some good places, girl.
And Madeiras too.
Okay.
Madeiras. I think it's on Western, I want to say.
I think it is.
Yeah, Madeiras. Yeah. That's another breakfast place. Bomb.
We have good breakfast spots.
I love breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite meal.
You can't really mess breakfast up.
Exactly. I love breakfast. So, those are mine.
I'm not going to say mine because I don't want to see y'all there.
You got to tell me.
No.
You got to tell
me
your job.
Yo, y'all, I'm protective of my places because I feel like once you start like saying it, like everybody come.
But you got to, because especially if they're black owned, people have to. Black owned restaurants are word of mouth. That's what it is. They're word of mouth. I always think about that. I'm like, okay, because then it opens up to like, oh, they're gonna open a second location. Oh, they gonna so. You gotta. I want to know what it is.
I gotta get better at sharing.
Look,
sharing is caring, but it's just like I be gatekeeping my spots because it's like sometimes when you tell people, it's like y'all fuck it up.
Yeah. What type of food is it?
I like a little bit of everything. Like definitely for me, like I have like my favorite Mexican spots.
Okay.
I do have like my little soul food places.
Okay.
I love a good burger stand. You know, I love a good hood jam. You know.
You know a good what is it? Fresh and Meaty.
Fresh and Meaty is good.
Fresh and Meaty is good.
Yeah, I'm an A1 burger girl.
Really? Okay.
That's like what I like grew up on. Like A1 burger, cash only. If you're gonna go, you gotta. It's like a real hood special. You gotta write your order on a little piece of paper and then like slide it through the window.
Oh my goodness!
And just pray they call your number in time. But like
that's funny.
Burger fire, and then right across the street from. Oh, so now I'm telling y'all my spaces. But right across the street from there, it's like this lady. She like makes cakes. I forget the name because I just went there always just by like second nature of like, you know,
going
living over there and stuff. So, but she like makes cakes. She has good cakes too.
Really? Mm-hmm. And another one too is dang, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. As soon as I just lost it that quick.
It'll come back to you.
I know. I'm like, what place was I just gonna tell y'all? Dang.
What's your favorite taco truck?
Okay, fun fact. I like tacos, don't get me wrong, but I don't have like oh my God, I love this place. Like, because also though now I'm pescatarian, so a lot of the taco trucks don't have the fish and shrimp. Yeah, like before I just became pescatarian in April. Okay. So before I would just go wherever. I didn't really care. Because taco trucks were always when I was drunk. So it was like, I don't care, I'm hungry. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. You gotta tell me. Put me on.
I'm gonna put you onto this one taco place that I think you would like. It's called Baja California. Okay. It's like in the South Bay. It's like right across from the South Bay Galleria.
Okay.
They have like fish tacos. Fire.
Ooh. See, I'm gonna go.
Fire. Like, and some bomb ceviche. Like, their whole vibe is ceviche. Like, you know, seafood, Mexican food.
Okay,
yes. You would like that. You would like that, yes.
I need all the seafood.
Yes. Period. Okay, so describe to me, like, your Black LA experience. Like, what has it been like for you? We kind of, like, touched on it. Yeah. But, like, kind of like get to the nitty gritty of like, what does it feel like out here? Like, do you think that we have like a small little market? Do you think that it's big? Like what's your perspective on it?
I think it's a lot bigger than people think. I think people just don't go to the right places. One thing when I first moved out here, one of my line sisters, she's from Ladera. And then my ex-boyfriend, he's from LA. So I met him like as soon as I got out here. Okay. Like he was my second date ever in LA.
Period.
Yeah. So I really had people showing me Black LA. Like they were both, he's from View Park, she's from Ladera area.
So you got a man from LA to take you out. Okay, period. I love that for you.
Yes. So my ex, so they really showed me like black spaces and black things to go to. And my line sister, like I said, them Ladera kids hang out tough, okay? Mm-hmm. They grew up together from kindergarten to 12, sure. Literally, so.
They run like a mob.
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, oh, this is way blacker than I ever thought. Mm-hmm. And I think people just don't go to, like, people don't go to Inglewood. Like, when I'm the type of person, I gravitate towards black parts of town because all my family from the hood, you know what I mean? So I just have never felt uncomfortable being around my people. I think a lot of times people be like, oh, I'm not going to Inglewood and they be doing this, this, and this. And it's like, girl, ain't nobody checking for you.
Nobody's checking for you, especially as a woman. Let's say that here.
I say that
because a lot of the times, like a lot of those like street, not that things don't happen, but a lot of that street politics and stuff, like,
does it apply to
that's
us?
usually happening to men. Yeah. I hate to say that, but like,
that's the truth. I literally like, I don't know what it was. I was talking to somebody at some store. And he was like, yeah, they're not gonna bang on you. You a girl. And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't ever have that experience. So whenever women tell me, I'm like, girl, go to Inglewood and get your hair done.
Yeah.
Like, go to the beauty
what
spot
are you
store.
Scared of?
Yeah, like, what are you scared? Nobody's checking for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the men around them will tell them, like, I know a lot of guys who aren't from here and then they move out here and dudes will tell them, like, listen, this is what you gotta know. Yeah. These are the hats you can't wear. This is what you can't do. Yeah. And that's it. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times too, I feel like if somebody asks you, like, oh, where you from? I'm from Texas. Oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? It's not going to be that serious.
Yeah.
So I just think people need to expand their palette. Like, open up your mind. Go to other places. So my black experience has been amazing. Like,
I love that for you.
I love it here. I'm going to say it again and again and again. I love it here. I love it here. I'm never leaving.
Yeah.
Like, I want to live here. I want to raise a family here.
Period. We got a first generation.
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, I just love that there's so much to do. And I think the thing when people say black experience, like, that's one thing Howard taught me. Black people are not a monolith. Like, black experience is literally just you being black where you are. Yeah. And so my black experience here has been me going to the beach, going with my friends and doing yoga, going in, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting into stuff that we didn't really do on the East Coast. And that's one thing I can say I love about LA. Like, it really opened my mind. Like, seeing black people surf, seeing black people, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. So I love it. Like,
I love that you said that. From my 25th birthday that just recently passed, in September.
Are you Libra?
Yes, girl.
Oh, okay, cool. I love Libra.
Yes. I had went on a hot air balloon ride. My birthday this year was crazy because I didn't even think I was going to be able to do that. I had a real bad allergic reaction, girl, to some hair dye.
Oh, and, yeah, like, that happened. Face, like, was swollen, huh?
Girl, it was terrible.
People be super allergic to hair dye.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, because we experiment with our hair.
Yeah, so no, people be allergic to hair dye. That's one of them things. I've seen multiple people that happen to them. That's the thing.
Do an allergy test, y'all. Like, that's all I'm gonna say.
Because people's face be swollen.
It was terrible. And that happened a week before my birthday. And, like, I had booked my, like, hot air balloon ride and everything. I'm like, okay, I'm going. I got everything set up. Girl, I was mingling when I was outside while it was happening. So it's like, I felt my face doing a little something. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's time to exit the premises because, like, something not feeling right, girl. Woke up that morning looking like Megamind.
Not Megamind.
Looking like Megamind. And it was just like, I was just praying like, Lord, just let me be able to do my hot air balloon ride. Cause like, that was something that I wanted for myself. You know, like, and I remember like experiencing that. It did kind of feel like I was the only black girl there. Like, especially like even being in the car, like, you know, you get the looks like, oh, okay, like she's here. Like, you know, and then people are like, what brings you here? And like,
the same thing that brought you here.
Right. Like, what the hell? Yes. So like, I love that you said that, like, just showing up in every space as yourself is so important. Yeah, you know, like sometimes we overthink it. Like,
and I'll say, like I said, like LA just expanded my mind to like eating, like how healthily I eat now.
Yeah.
Like, so much stuff. So my black experience has been amazing, from finding the spots, finding the bars, finding the clubs, to just also being black in that space and saying, I'm here and I'm finna eat here, and that's what it is.
That's like, what it is. Period.
Okay, yeah, like that's it. Period. So I love it.
Period. Okay, let's get into your love life here.
Yes.
Like, how has it been?
Okay, I will say the most luck I have had has been with LA men. Like, men from LA, like born and raised.
Yes. I love that for you.
Yes, I always have had a thing, because I have such a big personality. So I've always had a thing for laid back men. Like, I want my man to like hold my mic. Like, I don't want him to do too much. I don't want him to like
not hold my mic.
Hold my mic. Like, I don't want him to be the center of attention. I don't like no dancing ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing like doing a little two-step upset, but like you're the center of attention at every song in the middle of the party. Cut it.
Yeah.
So not there. So LA men have the same like that laid back demeanor that I really, really like. And my mom is from Detroit. So I've always had like an affliction for like Detroit men as well.
Yeah.
And LA and Detroit have a lot of similarities.
I always say we like cousins.
Yeah. LA and Detroit, from the way y'all talk to the way y'all act. It's just
the way we dress.
Yeah.
It's
like
similarities.
It's a lot of similarities. So it was always like, okay, like, so yeah, I've had the best luck with LA men. I will say like dating here was a culture shock because I'm from Atlanta. I went to school in DC. I went to an HBCU.
Right. Because I was going to say, where are you meeting these men? Because that's the struggle for like myself and like other people. Like, where are the niggas at?
Okay, so I think for y'all, it'll be a little hard because like you're overlooking a nigga you went to high school with. I'm looking at him.
I'm so sick of these niggas.
Looking at him. The one you went to high school with, the one, you know what I'm saying? The one you grew up with. Like, I'm looking at him. So I say look at them from a new lens. You know, look at it from a new lens. I'm a dating app girl. I'm only Hinge though. Maybe Black every once in a while, but Black
I tried Black. Like in the summer, I like got on there and got right back off.
Yes, Black is.
I took what I took from it and got the fuck off because
Black is a little hood.
I started seeing familiar faces in different places. It was just like.
But yeah, so I'm a dating app girl. I don't mind it because one thing I realized, like, and I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it. A lot of the transplant men who move out here all of a sudden forget they like Black girls. Like, you move out here.
Let's talk about it.
You don't like Black girls no more. And you're from Miami. Why don't you like Black girls? Like, you're from Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
think
you like Black girls?
it's because it's like it's so diverse here where it's like they get excited like they never seen this before. So it's like I know I love Black women. Let me try other things. But also for me it's like don't forget where you came from.
And don't do too much. Don't do too much. Because you're not that cute. Let's talk about it.
Your hair's like even. You look dusty.
But no, for me it's just like so that part of it, like that's why I like men from LA because they've been around that. Like I've dated guys, you know, who've dated other women and when they've come to Black women, it's like, all right, cool. Like, I like Black girls. Yeah. And so, yeah, my dating life hasn't been terrible.
I love that for you. I love that you're really having, like, the best experience ever.
I love it here. But I also think it's a big piece of, like, my mindset, too. Because, like, I will say with dating, I did have to go through a shift. And I talked about this on the other podcast I was on. I had to really, like, love the hell out of myself. Like, hard and fast. Because coming out, like, being in the South, men are yanking you across. Ma'am, excuse me, can I talk to you? Like, on the East Coast in general, like, coming up to you, can I talk to you? You're so beautiful. Can I take you out? Like, everything. And I'm from the South, so my male friends in the South, they pay for me just because I'm there. Right. It's not even a thing like they're trying to get anything from me. They're trying to. So, like, coming out here with, like, the creatives and the vibers. And DC is very professional Black people. So, DC is like, they got the bag. So, they're going to spend it because they don't care. Yeah. And there's a lot of Nigerians in DC, and they spend a lot of money.
Let me find out. I'm going to have to take a little trip. Okay.
And then so coming out here with all these creatives and all of these like freelancers and he want to be an actor, rapper, singer, dancer, other. I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. Like, get your money up. Like, get a job. And so that was a thing for a while for me. And then the thing that would piss me off is like, you a creative nigga, get creative with these dates. Yeah. Like you're get creative with these dates. If you don't got the money, and that's the thing, like I try to let people know it's not all about the money, for sure. It's not. For me, it's about the experience. Yeah. So if you set up a cute little picnic and we do what we gotta do, that's cool. Yeah. Like nobody's telling you to be Jeff Bezos. But for you to have no money, no creativity, you want to smoke and chill, get on my face.
You hate me.
You hate me.
You hate me.
You hate me, and I hate you because you hate me. And now we're not doing nothing.
So now I gotta find other niggas so I can like balance this out because I still like you. So it's like now I gotta add John and Keenan to the roster because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Because you're not doing,
and I think too, like a big thing with me is just like communication. Like I'm a quality time girl. So if you're not talking to me, if you're not spending time with me, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. I don't even know you. Do I know you? Do you even like me? If you don't talk to me, that's crazy.
I feel that, girl.
But yeah, dating's been cool. Like I said, I stick with LA men. I love it.
I love that.
I love it here.
All right, y'all. So now it's the time in the show where we get into the world. We get into what's going on. And fresh off the press, girl, you see all this shit going on with Kanye?
Listen, so I'm gonna preface this with this. I was the biggest Kanye fan, like favorite rapper, like Late Registration is probably my favorite album in the world. Yeah. Like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy changed my life. Like very much diehard Team Ye.
Yeah.
So it's just very sad for me. It's sad. It's sad.
Because, you know, it's a layered story.
It's a layered story. And it's sad because it's just like, aside from, you know, all the things he's been saying lately, which I can't condone. I can't say that that's cool to say because it's not.
Yeah.
It's like he genuinely was one of the, if not the creative of our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like aside from Beyonce.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Okay, let's not
forget. Let's not get beside ourselves.
Let's not forget. But for him to produce that well, to rap that well, and then to transition into fashion and do that well, is like unheard of. It's really unheard of. Like, yes, rappers have had clothing lines. We know Rockaware. We know G Unit. Like, we know, you know what I mean? But nothing has transcended like Yeezy has. Like, nothing has transcended like that.
Yeah.
So I just think it's really sad. I think that now that I live in LA, like, if I'm going to do an industry, it will be TV and film over music all day long because I think the music industry is so, like, taxing on people.
Yeah.
I think the music industry, they have a lot of yes men around them.
Yeah.
I think because TV and film, a lot of the power players, you don't even know what they look like.
Yeah.
Like, the power players in TV and film are producers, directors, writers, showrunners. You don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you're in that. But music, the power players are the artists.
Yeah.
Like, they're at the forefront. So I just hate that it's happening. I hate it.
I hate that it's happening as well. But it's also one of those things where it's like, you can't hate a free thinker for being a free thinker. Like, I don't condone all the things that he says, but like, the same reason why we love him, sometimes people hate him. So it's like, I don't know. I show a lot more grace, especially because I know there's like a mental health dynamic.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, and we say shit. Like, cancel culture is crazy to me. Like, and even I don't want to get into like the politics of what he said, but like, even what he said, like, I'm going to just leave it as like, we all have thoughts. Like, they're not good thoughts. They're not bad thoughts. It's just like, you know, every space, you can't share those thoughts. But like we said, it's a layered reality for him. Like, you know, and I always try to show compassion to like celebrities. Yeah. Because it's like, you're under a microscope. Like, every little thing you say, or big thing, it's like, everybody has an opinion on it. Yeah. Like, that's a lot.
I think for me, it's like, I feel like in the same way he can say what he wants, people can feel how they want too. And so it's like, you can get up and say whatever you're thinking and whatever you're feeling in whatever moment, but how people then react to that, you can't control that. Like, you can't say, why are you so upset that I said this? Like, the same way that he has that like free speech and he can say what he wants. True. People can feel how they want and take it how they want and then move how they want. You know what I mean?
That is absolutely correct.
And I also think too, just with celebrities in general, like, be Beyonce. Like, why? Like, I miss the era.
She never gives us these problems.
Okay, like,
she does her job.
Era where we don't know who you don't like. We don't know your, like, social media, and it's a gift and a curse. Cause, like,
I hate
for me,
it sometimes.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing for me. But it's just in the same token, like, every thought you have does not need to be broadcast to all these people. I feel like that what's happened is like conversations people would have with a small group of friends are now being told to millions of people. Yeah. And that's the disconnect. Yeah. Because we didn't know back in the day what Luther Vandross was thinking. We didn't know that.
This is very true.
You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Unless he did an interview and really explicitly said something, we had absolutely no idea what was going on. And I think it's just everybody at the forefront of everything. Social media has put people at the forefront of everything. And like, hire a PR team. That's what I'm tired. At that point, like,
I don't even know why, like, not like that, but from like a production standpoint, like, shit could be edited out, and y'all know that. Like, a part of me is like, people know what they're doing. Like, let's get Kanye on here so you can say some crazy shit. You know, get the views up. Like,
and that's the thing. I think people are exploiting him as well. Yeah. I think that in the same token, he should not be saying this stuff, but y'all should not be putting this on a broader platform for all of these things to be said. Like, if you, like, I think the Black community keeps saying, like, we need to protect our own, we need to support him, Supporting him is somebody sitting him down and saying, look, you can't say all of this. You can't do all of this. Like, that's support as well. Yeah. I think people think support is just blindly following whatever somebody says. Yeah. But the real support is somebody saying, you're finna mess up your bag. You're finna mess up your legacy. You're finna mess up your bag. You're finna mess up all these things you have going for you because you just want to say whatever, whenever. Yeah. Let's really have a talk about protecting our community. And protecting our community is sometimes letting people know, hey, you're wrong. Like, you shouldn't be saying that. You know?
That period. We can end it right there. Period. Okay, so let's get into the self-care segment. This is the time of the show where I pull out the cards.
I love cards.
Here at Shine Season, like I just try to promote conversations around mental health.
Let's do it. I'm a therapy girl. I go to my therapist. Is
my therapist. Girl. I'm in transition right now. Like I told you, I started a new job, so a part of adulting is like figuring out your insurance. Yes. And like what's my new copay and all that. So like I'm in transition, but I'm using my therapy tools. And one of them is self-care. So we're gonna do it. Get into these cards. I'm a horrible shuffler. I'm gonna just go like this.
not you doing a tarot.
Last time,
like tarot reading.
These last girl, the girls be thinking I do that, and I don't do that. Like my mother is very much against that.
Oh, my aunt told me. So who do y'all be listening to? Oh man, listen,
girl. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull this one. It says affirmation, and it says you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving yourself and see what happens. Recite this affirmation 5 times this morning. I am perfect just the way that I am.
Love that.
I love that.
I'm perfect just the way that I am.
I am perfect just the way that I am. And I love that, like, because for me, I always try to tell myself, like, perfection is a trap. Like, it's not real, like, trying to achieve that. Because I have, like, the way that my personality is, like, I have, like, a perfection streak. Like, I think every little thing, like, it has to just be right. Like, even sometimes, like, in watching this show, like, I'd be like, I need to do that better next time. I need to fix this, fix that. But it's like, no, like, it's cool just the way it is. Like, embracing that journey. So, I
feel you. I'm the same way. My therapist, one thing she told me that really sticks with me, and I tell everybody, is like, she said, you're racing to a finish line that's not there. Like, life is a journey. You're trying to race to something that literally isn't there. Once you accomplish the next goal, you're just going to want another goal and another goal and another goal. Yeah. Like, so yeah, girl, that perfectionist stuff, and I had to let that go with content. You gotta let that go with this. Yeah, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up your voiceover.
Everything.
Some days you're not gonna feel like putting it out, so it's not gonna be like the typical quality you posted at. Like, whole thing. You gotta let it go.
But it's perfect just the way that it is.
Perfect just the way that it is.
I love that. Come on, self-care.
Come on.
So y'all know I'm a fashion girl. I'm a girl for the looks, for the clothing. And here on Shine Season, I have a segment called Neighborhood Drip Dealer. Okay. It's funny because I used to like sell shades, so like that's where that came from. I'm gonna bring the shades back, but
bring them back.
Like the Neighborhood Drip Dealer, that was like my thing.
That's cute.
Like, because it was a play on. Because I used to use the shade sales to like support myself through college.
Oh, I love that.
So like, it's because at one point I was really considering like selling drugs.
Oh wow.
Like I was really thinking about it. It was like, you know what?
Everybody had a weed man in college.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I could just be the weed girl from LA, do what I gotta do, But something came over me. It was like, you don't have to do that. You could
just get the shades.
Yeah, you could sell the drip. So that's where that comes from. Here for it. So, now we into the neighborhood drip segment. Okay. And this is the time in the show where I just like get into fashion.
Love that.
My girl, she's actually a Howard alum. Kalana Barfield. Like that is like my style, like icon.
Okay.
I love her. Like real bad.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Howard.
Shout out to Howard, HU, the real one.
Because we were like one of the, I don't know if it's still there, but we were like the best dressed school for a long time.
I don't know. One of the college kind of up there.
Listen, Howard was so
our
like
fashion shows hit a little different.
Oh, our fashion shows are a movie. A movie. I love them.
Yo, but Kalana has collaborated with Target for a future collective collection. Okay. And it's just a look. Like, let's get into it.
This is a look.
Praise God, bro.
Like, beautiful. This is actually very me because I'm very much a neutral girl. Okay. I'm very much a neutral color.
Yeah.
With a pop of color here and there, but like blacks, blues, browns, denim.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Yes. Like, I feel like her style is, like, so polished. The one thing that I really like about this collection, because I got a few pieces. I actually, like, wore, like, a little vibe on my hot air balloon ride.
Oh, okay.
But, like, the pieces, like, they're very interchangeable and they're very affordable. And, like, I feel like what she put out, it forces you to, like, really, like, put your personal style on it. Because it's like, we see the way that she styles it. And it's like, it's the challenge of, like, okay, so how are you going to do it? Which I, like, really appreciate about her. Like, I feel like the pieces that she, like, chose for this collection, like, they're cool for every body type.
Okay. And that's so important because that's what I had to learn, like, to dress for my body type.
Yes.
I'm a very curvy girl, okay? Yes. More so like an hourglass shape, but still, like, having boobs and booty and all of that is like, come on.
It's a whole thing.
It's a thing. And the clothes, you gotta tailor them. And I feel like too, like, as a curvier woman, some stuff just comes across too sexy and you're not even trying to do all that.
Yeah.
You just trying to, and
Girl, these boobs.
Oh, I had a breast reduction.
Girl.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I want to do. And it's something that, like, I literally, like, started going to the doctor for and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. A part of me is, like, I'm low-key, like, attached to my boobs.
Uh-huh.
But then it's also, like, I know the burden of, like, having them. Like, my back be fucking hurting.
Yeah, no, I don't regret it at all. I don't ever really miss my boobs. Like, I don't ever really be like, I want those back. Like, it's never that. Because they were so big. It was ridiculous. Like, it was no movement. It was no, like, you know how it is. When you have a bigger chest, no matter what you wear, it's sexy. Like, no matter what you wear, it's gonna look sexy. It's gonna look like it's you doing too much. Yeah. And also, too, just being able to wear stuff without a bra. Like, and I know, because sometimes they do grow back when you have kids. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I don't want kids till I'm 35. So I'm gonna live these next 10 years. Yeah. Live my best life. Like, period. I say look into it for sure. If you're considering it, if you're still thinking about it, really look into it. Yes. Because after I got mine, a few of my friends got one.
Yeah. I have a few friends that, like, have gotten their procedure done. Something I'm still, like, meditating on. But again, like, I almost, too, like the challenge of, like, having to learn how to dress for my body type. Like, you know, like, I'm very much, like, I really do have a few pieces from this collection. Because I feel like you can intertwine, like, tomboy style versus, like, you know, like, feminine. Like, she has a few pieces where, like, you can play around with them. So, I really appreciate that about this collection. So you guys definitely have to get into it. You know, a HBCU woman out here making partnerships, doing the damn thing. So
we love
shout
that.
out to Kalana. Girl, so we gotta get into we gotta get into the car. If we in the car,
let's get into it.
And we riding these LA streets.
Per usual.
Outside. Who's on aux for you?
Okay. I live in LA, so I'm always playing Blast. I love Blast. And it's so funny because, like, moving out here, I was like, dang, music is different. Like, what you hear here versus what you hear in Atlanta or, like, DC, New York, it's way different. Like, I was like, I never heard Chris Brown this much on the East Coast. Like, LA loves Chris Brown, but even, like, Blast, YG, like, Nipsey, like, just real LA rappers and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's not real. Like, we listen to it on the East Coast, but not like out here. No. So, always playing Blast now. I love, love, love Blast. Also, I'm very much a neo-soul girl. Ari Lennox. I love
that album.
I absolutely love that album.
The EP too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love everything she puts out. Like, I love Ari Lennox. I really want to see her in concert. Love, love, love her. And then, let me think, because we said new people too. So, let me see. Okay, my friend Troy. She's a singer. She's great. Okay. And she's amazing. She's from Detroit. She went to Howard. She's very much like, I would say, like, kind of like alternative R&B almost.
I love those girls.
Like, she's giving you like an alternative
music.
Yeah, like, it'll give you like a little bit of Kelela, a little bit of Now, a little bit of she has like a very like alternative vibe. She's very artistic. So her song is called Can't Explain. Her name is Troy Alexis on Spotify. Okay. Check my girl out.
We gotta play it. We'll play it on the show.
Yes, check her out. And then another song, actually, and this is her friend. He has a band and the song is called Wait. And the band is called Fortuna. I think I'm saying it correctly. Okay. But the song is so fire. And it's like, I'm a big love song girl. Mm-hmm. So anything like that, even like Heartbreak Love, just love. Anything, I just love love. Yeah, give me all the feels. So that song is really great. I listen to that in my car all the time. I'm trying to think. And Beyonce. I mean, that's a given. Renaissance has been nonstop.
We have to get into it. I was going to talk about this for my picks. There's this mix that I've been like loving. Ooh. It's America Has a Problem, and it's like a Jilly from Philly mix. Cause you know on the remix she's like Jilly from Philly. Like, so like the artist like mixed it, cause you know like America Has a Problem. It's like high tempo. It's like like girl, he slowed it down like and gave you like a vibe. I was sending it to you. I love you're gonna appreciate it. Please. So that's definitely what I've been bumping lately. And right now, like, I'm living with this new Babyface, The Girls Night Out.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Chef's Kiss. Okay, like, that project, I'm a girl's like, from beginning to end. Okay. And I like how it starts. Like, it's basically, like, the way like because I feel like the album has like a theme, like it has like a story. It's like storytelling type music because it's like he has like different R&B artists featured, and it's like it's conversational music. So it's like you're hearing the woman's perspective, and then you're hearing the male's perspective, which I really appreciate. And like the album kind of starts off as if it's like the girls are getting together. It's like Angie Martinez and like Lala, I think, on the intro, and they're like meeting up to like go out. And then it's like, it's like Babyface is like the bartender or something. And then like the first song is Ari Lennox, Liquor. Girl, it's an experience.
I'm going to play this on the car ride home.
I'm telling you.
That's going on in the car as soon as I get home.
You got to get into it.
Is it giving you real R&B vibes?
Yeah. But like with the new girls.
I'm going to listen.
It's like Babyface's touch. You know, that's a living legend with like the new girls.
Wait to exhale. Stop playing.
Girl, get into it. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Period.
I can't explain it, but I have a feeling if I could, then you could name it. Maybe we are not the same, but I bet we're adjacent. Yeah, something about your body, something in the way you sway it. Yeah, you might be my favorite. We in the same boat, and I'm gon' rock you while I'm driving, baby. You breathing slow, the way I'm moving, it's hypnotic, baby. Know I struck gold when you see stars behind your eyelids, baby. You got it, baby. You got it, baby.
So, girl, grab your mug.
Ooh.
Grab your mug. We got to do a little cheers.
Cheers.
Girl, we got to get into the tea time segment. And this is the time of the show where, like, my listeners give me the tea.
I love tea.
So.
And I love other people's drama. As long as I'm not involved, I love it.
Exactly. I love to listen.
I love to listen. I don't want to be in it.
Don't put me in it.
But Real Housewives, I'm tuned in.
Girl, okay, so it says, hey, Mooka baby, hey. I absolutely love your podcast, and I'm so glad to see you doing your thing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Today's tea, babies.
Like children?
Babies. They say babies. Okay.
Okay.
Babies. I've been with my man for a few years now. I'm 26. He's 28. He's having baby fever. Usually it's the other way around. But honestly, Miss Mooka, I don't know if I'm ready. Don't get me wrong. I want to be a mom. And I know he's going to be an amazing father and whatnot. But I'm kind of scared of pregnancy, you know, like losing my freedom. And I don't think we're 100% financially ready. Well,
hell no.
Well, we are for ourselves. Okay. So, you know, that self is taken care of. We are for ourselves, but I would not want to I would want to bring my child into a house where I know I won't be living paycheck to paycheck to make ends meet. And his family is another thing too. Since they know he wants a child so much, they're always asking me and telling me I shouldn't wait too long so I won't be an old mom. What do you think?
Run. What?
No, I don't think
run. Run as fast. I'm looking at the camera. Run as fast as you can. It's too many red flags in there for me. She says she don't even really know if she want to have a baby. To me, I'm not having any babies out of my body until this is a 100% signed, sealed, delivered. We really want this. We both want this. We're both ready for this. We both want to do this. And then the other red flag, not financially stable. And
she said, well,
for
they
themselves.
said for themselves, yes, but for like a family, no.
Then that's a no. It's a no for me. It's a no. And I say that coming from somebody who was raised by a single mother. Like, that, like, seeing my mom work all them jobs, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And, you know, even though it'll be a 2-parent household, maybe, because if she's not, are they married? Like, do we know?
We don't know.
Well, it doesn't, she said her boyfriend, right? I think, me and my man.
She said my man.
Okay, well, if you're not married, even if you are married, a lot of times I feel like the onus of raising a child and all of that falls on the woman. It falls on the mother. Like, a lot of time, and not saying he's not going to be involved because I don't know him.
Yeah, she says she thinks that he would be a great dad,
and that's cute. You know what I mean? But a lot of women think they're gonna have a great dad, and then he disappears after the baby's there. And so for me, it's like, I'm not, I don't know. I guess for me, I'm just very big. Like I said, being raised by a single mother, I saw how difficult it was. And I'm very big on, if I could not financially support this baby alone with no help from him, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
And I need a ring on my finger. Now, I don't know if they're married or not. need a ring. But also, girl, too, his family asking you when you finna have a baby is a little intrusive because they don't know what's going on. Like, what if something's wrong? You know what I'm saying? What if she can't? I don't like that question, though. I don't like people asking people like, oh, when you finna have a kid? Like, that's a lot.
Because it's a layered reality.
It's a layered reality.
But I think that's why I like this entry so much, because it's like, it's speaking on like sometimes the weight that women bear on our shoulders. Just being women in society. It's like all these expectations are like placed onto you. Like, okay, when you have a kid, it's like
girl.
And it sounds like this person kind of, you know, wants a little time, even like finding that sweet spot of the relationship. Like, you know, like, let's keep doing our thing. Because it's like, it sounds like she's with someone who like, they're working towards something. So I think this could be a conversation. Like, you know what? It's not that I don't ever want kids. Like, you know, but like, can we compromise?
Get a dog.
Because that's the thing with relationships and like being in love with people and like getting to know somebody. Like, we're layered human beings, you know, and sometimes we just have to like compromise and like talk things through, you know, like it may be I'm not saying leave. Like, you know, that's.
Don't leave.
But you know, bitch, you said run.
I don't like I say run because I don't like I don't know how, and I guess because it's such a small snippet. Yeah. We don't know the details. I'm a detail girl. Yeah. But we don't know all the details. Yeah. But him wanting one, like, if you're not sure and he's absolutely sure, maybe y'all need to be with different people. Like,
or maybe it needs to be a conversation.
Or get a dog. Can
like,
why,
like why are you in such, like, where's the baby fever coming from?
Yeah. What's the rush? That's my thing.
Like,
what's
you know, like,
rush?
can we like unpack that? Like, you know, because even still, like, you have to talk to like your parenting styles. Like, there's a lot that still needs to be discussed.
Into babies.
Because, you know, like, I think, like, it sounds like she's not opposed to it. She just wants to be like more ready, more like settled into like what's going on.
I always said I was going to be an older mom. I don't want to be like, my mom had me when she was 24, and I always am like, me having a baby on my hip right now is crazy. Like, that's insane. Yeah. But girl, take your time. I just feel like if you're not sure, it's a no. That's my thing with babies. If you're not sure, if you're not like, yeah, girl, I'm ready to have a baby, he ready to have a baby, let's have a baby. If you're not 100% sure, I don't think, because that shows up, and I don't think people also realize how much parenting drains people. Parenting is not one of those things that's just like a fly-by job. Like, you can't give no kid away. I mean, you can.
That's true, but I can say, like, I have people in my life, even myself, you know, like, my mom had me at 19. Single mother, you know, like, the way the circumstances played out, because my dad had passed. But even that, like, on the flip side, like, I've seen like parenthood like turn people into like who they truly need to be. So it's like, it really is one of those things where it's like you have to like talk those things out with your person, because it's like, some people say like there's never a right time, or you're never going to be like completely ready or completely 100% to like fulfill that duty of like being a parent. But like, if you're in a space where like you can kind of like plan something out, like just kind of come to a compromise. Like, even with the family, like, you can set boundaries with the family. Like, you know what? Like, I really appreciate, you know, being a part of this dynamic, but like, I would appreciate if you guys didn't like intrude in our relationship that way. Like,
on me and my uterus, please.
Like, I'm down to be family, but like, let's be family as a family first before we bring like the baby.
I think, and maybe this is just my perspective, and me, I'm a Sagittarius, so I love like the world. I love travel. I love philosophy. I love thinking. I love being. I love experiencing. Yeah. And as much as you want, like, people want to say like, oh, you can bring your kid. Like, I'm not bringing my kid with me to the Himalayas. Like, I'm not doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? A newborn, like. And I don't know. I think 26 is young. And this is somebody whose mom had me at 24. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's young. I think that's young. And the biggest piece for me is financial stability. She said it herself. Like, I don't know if we're ready for a baby. And a baby is not one of those, like, formula is at an all-time high. We don't got no formula right now. Like, food, you know what I'm saying? Gas, all of these different things, daycare, like, all of these things you have to think about and plan for. And if you don't have the money, it's not going to miraculously come. And then if you're in a 2-parent household, you're not going to get as much, like, government assistance as you would if you were a single person. So, yeah. No financial stability if it's not there, babe. Because it's a burden. Like, it's not only a burden on the parent, it's a burden on the child, too. Like, it really is. Like, seeing my mom work all those jobs, I started working when I was 14. Like, when I thought it was like strength and resilience and all of these different things. And yeah, it taught me to be a hard worker, but I also missed out on a lot of stuff because I wasn't able to just go everywhere my friends went because I had to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mom wasn't able to go to all of my things and all of my events because she had to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, so I just think that part of it is where I'm really like, hell no. Like, until you have the money to support your child financially and emotionally, meaning you can take off work to go to their recital and to their award ceremony.
Girl, it's a whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you better start attacking shit.
Okay, as a child, you remember when your mom couldn't come.
Yeah.
You remember that.
You do.
You remember it. And it's not anything to say like we have bad mothers. That's not what it is. It's just you remember that.
Yeah.
You remember seeing kids with their parents there, and you remember your parent not being there because they had to work.
Yeah.
And they did everything they could for you, and you know they love you. But it's
sure.
still
a reality. An experience that you had to go through.
You had to go through,
and it can
like,
really
dang.
play any way. Like some people grow to like resent their situations, and some people like grow to appreciate it and be like, you know, that's the thing that like motivated me.
To do this. And I look at my mom like, girl, I don't know how the hell you made this work.
I say every day.
How did you make this work? I would have a baby right now.
By my age, she had 2, and I just be like. I be at work sometimes like, how did you
do this? Christmas presents? How was I getting these?
Girl.
Getting my hair done? How was this happening?
Jesus.
How was this happening? Yeah. So for me, the big hell no is the financial stability. Cut it. And then 2, get them people out your uterus, girl. Tell them you're going to have a baby when you're good and ready, and let it be that.
Yeah. My thing is just communicate. And if you can, come to a compromise.
And I think a cute compromise is a dog. Let's get a pup. Let's see how you do with that before we get a human being.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do with a cute little dog. I think that's a cute compromise.
Yeah.
Do you just want someone to take care? Like what? And like you said, get to the root of the want. Do you just want
baby fever? That's emotional. Like that's just
go
like,
get a guy, baby. You got some nieces and some nephews.
Yeah,
call them over
like
for a
if
weekend.
it happens, then all right.
Okay,
but if you just sitting around like I want to hold something, like we could talk about that.
Go pick up a niece and nephew. Go volunteer with some kids. It's so many things to do.
You could really,
it's so many things to do. If you just want the joy of children in your life.
Volunteer somewhere.
Volunteer. For real, volunteer. Maybe even become a foster parent if you got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like bringing a child into this, I think that's the thing. People get so excited about the cute stuff and forget like you're building and raising a person, like their morals, their values. If you don't feed them, they don't eat. Yeah. Girl, tell them people to get your uterus. That's the biggest thing.
Period. Thank you for the tea. It was hot.
Okay. Steamy.
All right, y'all. So if you want your tea added to the pot, submit it in the IG DMs. The link will be on the screen. All right, you guys. This was so much fun.
This was. I had a great time.
Nyla, thank you for joining me. You're
course.
amazing. This was like great. Like
I'm
gonna do this with you every day, honestly.
I would do this every day. If you ever want to come back, let me know. I love a good podcast.
Let the people know where they can find you.
Yes. Okay. My TikTok is The Posh Life with 2 underscores. My Instagram is The Posh Life with 1 underscore. So follow me for all things as a Black girl in LA, for the moves, for the restaurants, for the parties, for the events, for the vibes. Okay. Follow me.
Period.
And hit me up because I do respond to DMs, but like I said, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. But if you are looking for things to do, definitely hit me up and let me know.
Yes. She's a nice person, guys. Like I can attest to this.